Welcome to this very special episode of the Hockey Blast Express Hour. In today's episode, the Olympics are well underway, but on February 11th, the men's hockey tournament for the Millano Cortina Winter Olympic Games will get underway. But I thought, why not? We pre-play out that very same tournament right now. So over the course of this next few days, we will be playing out the schedule for the Milano Cortina Winter Olympic Games for the men's hockey tournament. And a very special thank you to for Play Gamer Rob Gallimore for creating this great card set. So in this video, you will see the games for February 11th and February 12th, as everyone will play once. And of course, we will be getting official standings after all the games have been played. With that being said, let the games begin. Welcome to a very special edition of the Hockey Blast Express Hour, Monday edition, or I should say Olympics edition, as the Olympic Games are currently going on right now. But the men's hockey tournament will be the talk of the town when that gets started later on this week on the 11th, as the latest episode of the Hockey Blast Express Hour goes live. But this is a pre-play of the men's tournament, and thank you to Rob Gallimore for creating these cards. These look absolute. Well, he created the rated for these cards, but Keith Avalone created the design of these cards, and these look fantastic. So, with that being said, this is the opening match between Team Slovakia and Team Finland, as this is their first game of the tournament, and both these teams are from Group B. And of course, we will be playing with all these games. If I want to, the medal games will be played with full play, but this game will be played, as you can tell, with Hockey Blast Express as written rules. So with that being said, good luck to all the teams, and may the best country reign supreme in hockey. With that being said, let's drop the puck and see who's going to win our pre-play edition for Team Slovakia and Team Finland for the game on February 11th. We're going to begin this men's hockey tournament with a quality check between players 3 and anybody on the ice for Team Slovakia. Let's see here. The quality that we're looking for is hit. It looks like, so we're looking at 3, which is Eetu Luostarinen for Finland. And it looks like the only player out there on the ice with hit for Slovakia is Pavel Ragenda. Hopefully I'm saying that right. If I butcher any of these names, I do sincerely apologize to those watching. So with that being said, since it's for hit between Luostarinen and Ragenda, both players have the same quality of hit, and that is going to be all she wrote for this segment, and we will move on to the next segment. And I forgot to mention the starting netminders for this pre-play game between Slovakia and Finland. For Slovakia, it's Samuel Hivaj, and for Team Finland, it's Jussi Saros. We got a visitor scoring chance of a 52, and it reads, home player in 2, that's Mikko Rantanen. He stops a goal with a quality roll of power or a square. Although he does not have a square, he does have power. So that is well enough to stop the Team Slovakian goal opportunity to get on net for the first goal of this men's hockey tournament. Another quality check. This time it'll be between players 3 and 5. That's Anton Lundell and Marek Hervik. Hopefully I'm saying that right. The quality that we're looking for is hit. It looks like Lundell and Hervik do not have hit, and that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to the next one here for this opening game of this men's Olympic hockey tournament pre-play. Play with the 2026 men's Olympic teams for Hockey Blast. We got a quality check. This time it'll be between both players in three. That's Lindell and Nemechek, Simone Nemechek. If I do butcher any of these names, I do apologize. And the quality that we're looking for is hit. It looks like Lindell, Essa Lindell, and Nemec or Nemechek do not have hits, and that is going to be all she wrote for this first period of this hockey tournament. And with that being said, we are scoreless through the first 20 minutes of play. We got a visitor scoring chance. This time it's a 24. Home goalie must make spec save. UC Saros is not known for this, but let's see if he can do it. A 1 or a 2 with a dot will do so. And he makes the stop. Wow. UC Saros makes the spec save. No one will flip here. And we will move on to the next segment with another visitor scoring chance. This time it's a 43. Any visitor player with a triangle creates a goal. Yes. Martin Pospisil does have the triangle printed out on his card. So he is going to create the first goal of this pre-play hockey tournament, and Team Slovakia leads Team Finland by a score of 1-0. And again, I'm not going to keep track of assists during these express games, but you will definitely see assists for the full play when we do play out the gold medal games. I do plan on doing full play Hockey Blast for the medal games of this pre-play. We stay put in this segment with Team Slovakia up on top 1-0. With a quality check between players 2 and 1, that's Nico Mikkola and Matu Sukol. Odd name, but again, the quality that we're looking for is speed. It looks like Sukol has speed printed out on his card. So he, I believe, is going to create the goal. No, I think yes, he creates the goal, so we need a roll on UC Saros to see if he can make the save. So a 1 through 4 will make the stop. It won't, and Team Slovakia is up on top of Team Finland here in the second period, 2-0. As we stay put in this segment with triple threes. So this is going to be a critical face-off. So we're going to check each team's best face-off rating. If there are some, it looks like, oh man, none. No one has a face-off rating out there right now for Team Slovakia, but Team Finland does between Hintz and Lusterinen. And it looks like Hintz has the higher face-off rating, and he's going to win this critical face-off for Team Finland as they look to get back, as they look to try to come back in this hockey game down 2-0, and they're going to roll off of Samuel Hiavaj's spec save rating, which is a 2 or 3 with a dot, to see if he can make the stop. And he makes the stop to preserve the shutout. My goodness. Holy, to preserve this 2-0 lead for Team Slovakia. And I believe that is going to be it for that segment, and we will move on to the next one. Quality check between players 3 and anybody on the ice for Team Slovakia. Eetu Luostarinen is going to be the player in question for Team Finland, but who is he going to go up against for Smart? Luostarinen is not going to win this one, so pick your poison between Martin Maritson and Martin Jernat, as both of those guys have Smart. Do I go with the decider die or not? Decisions. We'll have the decider die decide. Dot, it'll be Jernat. And it will be Marinson taking this opportunity as he wins the battle for smart. So he's going to move in on UC Soros. Hopefully, net a 1 through 4 to make the stop. He won't, and the Slovakians jump out to a 3-0 lead on Team Finland here in this opening game of this pre-play for the men's Olympic hockey tournament played with Hockey Blast Express. Another quality check, this time and Lusterinen needs to flip here. The players in question are going to be players 2 and anybody on the ice for Team Slovakia, as it will be for power. Mikko Mikkola will be the player in question for Team Finland, but who is he going to go up against? Oh man, either Juraj Slafkovsky or Martin Jernat. Oh man, do I really? I'm going to keep Slafkovsky out there and keep the square. I'm sorry, not the square. The triangle and the power play circle star out there. So we're going to go right. So we're going to go with Martin Jernat, as both Mikkola and Jernat both have the quality for power. They tie it up here, and that is going to be all she wrote for this segment here for this 3-0 game with Team Slovakia in the lead as we move on to the next segment. Quality check between players 5 and anybody on the ice for Team Slovakia. Miro Heiskanen will be the player in question. The quality that we're looking for is smart. Oh man, nobody for Team Slovakia do not have smart written on their cards. So with that being said, Miro Heiskanen is going to win it. I think we're going to go right across. So Miro Heiskanen is going to win it. But I think we're going to swap out Patrick Koch for Team Slovakia as he loses the battle between him and Heiskanen for smart, as Heiskanen will skate on into Samuel Hiavaj with a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. And Hiavaj makes the save. Hiavaj makes the save. Man, oh man, oh man. As we are back as I drop this player's Finland's team stack of cards, as Hiavaj makes the save off of Miro Heiskanen, and they keep it at a 3-0 lead for Team Slovakia as we head to the dressing room for the second intermission for this opening match for the men's Olympic hockey tournament from the 2026 Millano Cortina Olympic Winter Games. And we're right back out at it again with another quality check with between players 4 and anyone on the ice for Team Slovakia. Oh, hope it needs to flip. Say for now, the player in question. There we go. So it looks like we're looking for hit. It looks like the player in question is Mikko Lehtinen. So the only 3 players for Team Slovakia that have hit are Slafkovsky, Martin Ferraveri, and Milos Kiliman. I'm willing to give up a square I'm willing to give up a square and a circle, or I can go with Slafkovsky. How about we do this? We'll roll the red die. 1, 2 is Slafkovsky. Kellerman is going to be 3, 4, and Ferraveri is going to be 5, 6. So Slafkovsky's 1, 2. Kellerman is 3, 4. Martin Ferraveri is 5, 6. We'll roll the red die. 1. That's Juraj Slafkovsky. So Juraj Slafkovsky is going to win the battle for hit over Mikko Lehtinen, as he's going to skate on into UC Saros to hopefully net a 1 through 4 to make the stop. He needs to. And he will do so. to keep Team Finland in this hockey game down by 3 in this opening match for the Winter Olympics, for the men's Winter Olympic hockey tournament for the men's. We got another quality check. This time it's a 30. It's a between going to be clean. Excuse me, between players 3 and 4. That's Anton Lundell and Milos Kellerman, or Milos Kellerman. The quality is power that we're looking for. It looks like both Lundell and Kellerman both have power, and that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to the next segment here in this one, with the Slovakians looking to take the first match of this hockey tournament for Group B. Another quality check. This time it'll be between players 2 and 5. That's Oli Mata and Martin Fairbury. The quality that we're looking for is speed. Oli Mata has speed. This is huge. So he's going to have to skate on into Samuel Hiavaj, hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so. Man, oh man, Samuel Hiavaj is standing on his head, keeping Team Finland at bay, with the score staying at a 3-0 Slovakian lead. We move to the final segment of this first game with a quality check between both players in one. That is Adam Rushka and Eli Tolvanen. The quality that we're looking for is star. Neither player has star, and folks, Team Slovakia is going to take the opening match for this men's Olympic hockey tournament pre-play for the Millano Cortina, for my pre-play of the men's hockey tournament from the 2026 Winter Olympic Games from Millano Cortina. The following matchup that you are seeing right now on screen is game number 2 of February 11th's schedule for the men's Olympic hockey tournament, featuring Team Sweden and Team Italy. Your starting goaltenders for this matchup is going to be Philip Gustafsson, and for Team Sweden, and Damian Clara will be in net for Team Italia. With that being said, let's see who is going to gain that all-important 3 points in the standings right now. And we're going to begin with a quality check between players 3 and anybody on the ice for Team Sweden. It looks like Pietroniro is going to be the player in question for Team Italy. That's the quality that we're looking for, is skill. Italy is not going to win this one. So pick your poison between anybody on the ice for Team Sweden. Oh, man, oh, man. I think we're going to have the red die decide. So anything but a 6 will be a reroll. Or it's Victor Hedman. So Victor Hedman's going to win the battle over Phil Pietroniro, as he will skate for the battle for the quality of skill, as he will skate on into Damian Clara, hopefully to net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. And he will do so to keep this game at a tight scoreless tie here for game 2 of this men's Olympic hockey tournament here for the Millano Cortina pre-play. Oh, and our first penalty check of the tournament is going to be featuring players 4 and 1. That's Thomas Larkin, no relations to Dylan. And it's going to be against Mika Zibanejad. It looks like, oh man, Thomas Larkin is going to go to the box as Mika Zibanejad is going to skate on in to Damian Clara, hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop on the penalty kill. He won't, and Team Sweden, courtesy of Mika Zibanejad, will score their first goal of the tournament on the power play. So the first power play goal of the tournament will go to Mika Zibanejad. We stay put in this segment with a visitor scoring chance of a 56. Any home player with a square stops a Sweden goal. Unfortunately, no squares are out there for Team Italy for Team Italy, and the Swedes will jump out to a 2-0 lead. Let's see who scored the goal. 8. So that's player with the best shot rating. So the best out there right now is going to be Joel Eriksson Ek with 2 shot stars printed out on his card. So Eriksson Ek will net the game's second goal of this for Team Sweden, and he will net his first of the tournament. And Sweden jumps out to a 2-0 lead against the home country, Italia. We got a quality check. This time it'll be between players 5 and 3. That's Greg Di Tommaso against Elias Lindholm. The quality that we're looking for is a hit. It looks like neither Di Tommaso and Elias Lindholm do not have hit. So therefore, that's going to be a no action result as part of this segment here in this 10th minute of this first period, as the Swedes will jump into the next segment with a 2-0 lead over Team Italia. Another penalty check. This time it'll be between anyone in the ice for Team Italy and OEL Oliver Ekman Larsson for Team Sweden. We could tie or have Team Italy go on the power play. Man, tough decisions here. Tough decisions here. I think it's best to give Italy a fighting chance. So I think we're gonna have all OEL go to the box to give Italy a fighting chance. So between Gaisley and Zanetti, who's gonna take the power play opportunity? It'll be Gasly. All right, just in case if I didn't hit it. It's a blank, so it'll be Zanetti taking the power play opportunity. So he's going to move in on Philip Gustafson. Hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and Team Italia is right back in it with a power play goal of their own. The score is 2-1 in favor of Team Sweden, as Team Italy will score their first goal of this tournament on the power play. We stay put in this segment with a quality check between anybody in the ice for the Italians and player number 5. That's Rasmus Dahlin for Team Sweden. The quality that we're looking for is going to be power. The only Italian out there with power is going to be Luca Zanotta, as he will tie Rasmus Dahlin for power, and that is going to be all she wrote for this portion of this segment. And we will move on to the next segment with the Swedes up on top here in their opening contest against Team Italy, 2-1. We got another quality check. It'll be between both players in 3. That's Alex Patan and Adrian Kempe. The quality that we're looking for is power. It looks like Adrian Kempe is going to win the battle for power, as he's going to skate on into Damian Clara to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and Adrian Kempe gives Team Sweden their third goal of the game, as they are jumping out to a 3-1 lead here over the home country of Team Italy. We got a home scoring chance of a 56. Any visitor player with a square stops an Italian goal. Any visitor player with a square stops an Italian goal. Oh man. Gustav Forsling does have the square printed out on his card, so he is going to be the player who stops the Italian rally here in this first period to try to get back within one goal. And after the first 20 minutes of this hockey game between the Swedes and the Italians, the team Sweden is up 3-1 after the game's first 20 minutes. We begin the second period with a quality check between players 6 and 5. So that's going to be anyone on the ice for the Italians against Leo Carlson for Team Sweden. The quality that we're looking for is power. The only Italian out there with power is Alex Trivelato. And again, if I do butcher any of these names, I do apologize, as both he and Carlson will tie for power. And that is going to be it for this segment. And we will move on to the next one here for this opening contest for both these teams. We got a quality check. This time it'll be between players 1 and 4. Marco Zanetti and Phil Forsberg will be the players in question. The qualities that we're looking for is hits. Forsberg is going to win that one. Definitely, yeah, he's going to win that one over Zanetti, as Forsberg will skate on into Damian Clara to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He does not, and the Swedes jump out to a 4-1 lead. Man, oh man, what a heartbreak. I would technically say this is a heartbreak for Team Italy, as they have only scored one power play goal so far in this hockey game, as the Swedes jump out to a 4-1 lead as we remain in this segment with a quality check. This time it'll be between players 4 and anyone in the ice for the Swedes. Dustin Gaisley will be the player in question for Team Italy, as the quality that we're looking for is star. Man, oh man. Besides Wenberg, pick your poison between Raquel, Carlson, Hedman, or Brodin for star, because Gaisley is not going to win this one. I am willing to give up a square. But I do want to keep that circle out there for Hedman. So I think I'm going to give it to Brodin. So Brodin is going to win the battle for star over Gaisley, as he's going to skate on into Damian Clara to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. And he does. Man, oh man. The coach somehow during the TV timeout was given an earful to these Italian skaters and say, hey, are you going to let these Swedes bully you around? We shall see and find out what happens in the next segment with a quality check between anyone in the ice for Team Italy against Ricard Raquel. The quality that we're looking for is speed. The only 3 skaters out there with speed are Alessandro Segafredo, Daniel Mantenuto, and Matt Bradley for Team Italy. So either way, we're going to tie. But I am willing to give up one triangle. Let's have the red die decide. 1, 2 is going to be Segafredo. 3, 4 is Mantenuto. And 5, 6 will be Bradley. Again, Segafredo is 1, 2. Mantenuto is 3, 4. Matt Bradley is 5, 6. 6, that's Matt Bradley. So Matt Bradley will tie Ricard Raquel for the quality of speed. And that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to the next to the next segment here in this opening contest with another quality check. This time it'll be between players 1 and 5. That's Zanata and Broberg. The quality that we're looking for is power. It looks like both Zanata and Broberg have power. And that is going to be all she wrote for this segment here in this one, with the Swedes up on top of the Italians by a score of 4-1 after 40 minutes of this opening contest between Team Sweden and Team Italy. Visitor scoring chance as we enter into the third period with a 22. Home goalie must make shot save. Damian Clara has got a good rating for this one. A 4 or a 5 with a dot will do so. Oh, and a 5 and a blank won't do it. Team Sweden jumps to a 5-1 lead. Let's see who scored the goal. 9. Second best shot rating. So the best out there right now is going to be a tie between Bratt and Elias F. Pettersson. The second best is going to be a tie between Wenberg, Carlson, and Hedman. We will have the red die decide. So 1-2 is going to be Wenberg. Carlson is 3-4. Hedman is 5-6. Again, Wenberg is 1-2. Carlson is 3-4. Victor Hedman is 5-6. 5. It's Victor Hedman. So Victor Hedman is gonna skate the puck in behind the net of Damian Clara for the 5th goal of the game for Team Sweden, and the 6th goal overall in this hockey game so far. The most goals that we have seen in a hockey game so far. But we shall see what happens as we continue on in this next portion of this segment with a quality check. This time it'll be between players 1 and 2. That's Trivalato and Elias F. Pettersson. The quality that we're looking for is power. It looks like Trivalato is going to win that one, as he has power printed out on his card. So he's going to skate on off to Philip Gustafsson. Hopefully not a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. Man, he won't. Holy cats. The Italians are trying to mount a comeback here to stun the Swedes in their opening contest. You really don't want to be embarrassed in front of your home country, as they are trying to mount a comeback here by us. But Team Sweden still leads at 5-2. And Pettersson needs to flip. We stay put in this segment with a quality check between players 1 and anyone on the ice for Team Sweden. The quality that we're looking for is power. It looks like Zanetti is not going to win this one, but the only 2 players out there with power are Nylander and Forsling. Since Nylander was flipped, I'm going to give it to Forsling. So Forsling is going to win the battle for power over Marco Zanetti, as he will skate on into Damian Clara to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so to keep this game right where it's at, of a 5-2 lead for the Swedes, to hopefully have the Italians come back in this one to shock the world, and hopefully to shock the Swedes here in the opening match, as the Swedes still lead it 5-2. We enter the next segment with a quality check between players 1 and 5. That's Sonata and Bratt. The quality is power. It looks like Luka Zanata will win that battle for power over Jesper Bratt. So Zanata is going to skate off to Philip Gustafsson, hopefully not a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. Oh my goodness! Philip Gustafsson was like, I thought I had it, but oh my god, it's in the back of the net. It is a 2-goal lead for Team Sweden, as Luka Zanata will score the 3rd goal of the game for Team Italy. And my goodness, this is turning out to be a shocker of a game, as we continue on in this segment with another quality check. This time it'll be between players 3 for Sweden and anyone in the ice for Team Italy. Erik Karlsson is going to be the player in question. The quality that we're looking for is star. Man, it's out. Man, either way, Erik Karlsson is going to win the battle for star. This could be the nail in the coffin if Erik Karlsson puts this puck in the back of the net. So we will go right across from him with Tenuto, as he would lose the battle for star with Karlsson. So Karlsson will skate on into Clara to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to stop. Otherwise, and I'm assuming this is going to be the nail in the coffin goal, and it will 6-3, courtesy of Erik Karlsson and Team Sweden. The Italians gave it their best shot here in the early stages of this period, but it ain't over till it's over. It's still a 3-goal lead. Home scoring chance, okay, a 34. Let's see here. Home player in 2, that's William Nylander. He creates a goal. Oh, excuse me. Home player in 2. Excuse me. Yes, 34 home. So that's Segafredo. My fault. He will create a goal for Italy with a quality roll of skill or a triangle. Although Segafredo does not have a triangle, he does have skill. All of a sudden, he makes it a 6-4 lead for the Italian, a 6-4 deficit for the Italians. A 2-goal lead has been restored. Sweden is still on top, 6-4. Let's see what happens in the next segment. Another home scoring chance of a 53. Visitor defense player in 4, that's Philip Forsberg. He stops an Italian goal with a quality roll of speed or a square. Oh my goodness. Philip Forsberg does not have a square, neither does he have speed. Therefore, the Italians are going to strike within 1 goal. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh boy. Let's see who scored the goal. 3, third best shot rating. So not that much out there. So we have a tie between Seed and Pietronio. And for the third best, it's between Trivelato, Bricklin, and Daniel Glera. Man. I do want to keep that face-off rating out there just in case. So it's going to be between Daniel Glera and Alex Trivelato. Let's do this. It'll be Trivelato. And it will be Daniel Glera. So Daniel Glera will score the goal that is going to mean such huge, some huge momentum here for Team Italy, as the Swedes still lead it by a score of 6-5. Let's see what happens in the next segment with a visitor scoring chance of a 35, and it reads: visitor player in 2, that's William Nylander. He creates a goal with a quality roll of skill or a triangle. Unfortunately, he does have both skill and a triangle. That is going to make it a 7-5 lead for the Swedes. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. This is unbelievable as we continue on in this next segment into the next portion of this segment with a visitor scoring chance of a 54. Home player in 4, that's Fricklin. He stops a Sweden goal with a quality roll of skill or a square. Make it 8-5, the Swedes. And that is going to probably be another nail in the coffin goal here. But let's see who scored it. 3, third best shot rating. So the best, excuse me. So the best out there is going to be. Oh man, we have a tie. Third best. So we have a tie between for the first best of Raquel and Lindholm, and the third best of Wenberg, Hedman, and Anderson. I'm willing enough to give up one of the square circle, the square and the circle symbols. I think. I think we'll have the red die decide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, Wenberg is 1, 2. Edmund is 3, 4. Rasmus Anderson is 5, 6. 2, that's Alexander Wenberg. So Alex Wenberg will score the 8th goal of the game for Team Sweden, and they are jumping out big to an 8-5 lead. And let's see what happens here in this next portion of the segment with a home scoring chance of a 46. Any visitor player with a circle, um, excuse me, with a circle star symbol creates a power play goal. Unfortunately, no. Oh, excuse me. Home scoring chance. Sorry, 46. Sorry, visitor defense player in 1. I should say my fault. That is Trivelato. Right? I think. Yeah, I think he was used. Visitor defense player in 1, so that's Trivelato. He stops a Sweden goal. He needs to with a quality roll of speed or a triangle. Although he does not have speed, he does have a a square, I should say. He does have a square, and that is going to be enough. Enough's enough in this third period, in this 10th minute of this third period, with the Swedes up on top, 8-5 in this opening matchup versus Italy for this pre-play of the Millano Cortina Men's Olympic Hockey Tournament. Quality check between players 1 and anybody on the ice for the Swedes. The quality is going to be for Smart. So either way, Zanetti is going to tie. Um, hmm. We're gonna have the red dice. We're gonna have the red die decide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be a reroll. Reroll. 1. That's Lucas Raymond. So he is going to go right across from him as Razor up the ties up for the battle for Smart with the Italian player. And that is going to be it for this segment. And we will move on to the next one with a visitor scoring chance of a 42. Visitor player in 5, that's Rasmus Anderson. He creates a goal with a quality roll of hit or a triangle. Unfortunately, that is not going to be enough because he does not have what was it? Hit. No, he does not have hit. Neither does he have a triangle. So therefore, that is going to be your ball game, folks. Team Sweden is going to take this one and all of that all important 3 points as they beat the home country Italy by the final of 8-5. And we're just about set to start the February 12th slate of games for the Milano Cortina men's hockey tournament played with Hockey Blast and Hockey Blast Express. Uh, the game that you are looking at right now is the first game of the day, as it is Switzerland taking on France. Your starting netminders for this one could possibly be Akira Schmid going for Switzerland, and for the French, Julian Junka. If I do butcher any of these names, I do apologize. So, with that being said, let's drop the puck and play some Olympic style hockey. We're going to begin this match between the Swiss and the French with a quality check between players 2 and anyone on the ice for Team Switzerland. Enzo Gube will be the player in question for Team France. Let's see here. The quality that we're looking for is going to be skill. It looks like Gube is not going to win this one. So pick your poison between Rossi, Meyer, and Roman Yossi. Oh man, Yossi with each a triangle, a square, and a circle out there is really tempting to move. But I think we're gonna have the red die decide. So here's what we're gonna do: 1-2 is gonna be Marco Rossi, 3-4 is gonna be Timo Meyer, and 5-6 will be Roman Yossi. So again, Marco Rossi is 1-2. Timo Meyer is going to be 3-4. Roman Yossi is going to be 5-6. We're going to re-roll the red die. 2, that's Marco Rossi. So Marco Rossi is going to so it's going to be right across from him as Marco Rossi is going to win the battle for skill as he skates on into Junka to make a 3 or a 4 with a dot to make the play save. And he will do so as Marco Rossi is stopped dead in his tracks as the first segment of this first game for the February 12th slate of the of the Milano Cortina men's hockey tournament for the Olympics is all knotted up at 0-all after the first 5 minutes of the game. We got a visitor scoring chance of a 64. Visitor defense stop, breakaway chance. Home goalie must make play save. So let's see here. So it's a visitor defense stop, breakaway chance. Oh, the visitor goalie has. So excuse me, home goalie has to make play save. Excuse me. So Julian Junka will has to do it again. 3 or a 4 with a dot to do so. He won't, and it looks like the team Switzerland is going to be on the board first. And let's see who scored the goal. 6. That's going to go to player with the best shot rating, and that is going to go to Mr. Timo Meyer. So Timo Meyer will get his first goal of the tournament as he puts his country's team ahead over the French 1-0. We stay put in this segment with a quality check. Yeah, quality check between players 4 for the Swiss and anyone on the ice for Team France. It looks like player number 4 is Pierre Crinon. Crinon. And the quality that we're looking for is skill. It looks like Crinon's not going to win this one. But the only player out there for Switzerland with skill is Roman Yossi. So he is going to win the battle over Crinon as he will skate on into Junka to hopefully net a 3 or a 4 with a dot to make the stop, which he will do so to keep this game at a close 1-0 game through the game's first 10 plus minutes of these two teams opening contest here for the pre-play of the men's hockey tournament for the Millano Cortina Winter Olympic Games. Quality check between players 2 for Team Switzerland, and it will be anyone on the ice for Team France. The quality that we're looking for is power. Player number 2, that's Gallet. And besides Kurashev and Ken Jaeger, it's either going to be Thurkov, Niederreiter, or Marty winning the battle for power. I do like the face-off rating for Thurkov, so he's going to stay out there. So it's between Marty and Niederreiter. Oh, boy. Let's have the decider I decide. Dot, it will be Christian Marty. And it will be Christian Marty. So Christian Marty and Hugo Gallet will tie it up for the quality check of power. Yes, for power. And that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to the next segment here with the Swiss up on top of France 1-0. And it's a penalty check, and it's going to be between players 5 and anybody on the ice for Team Switzerland. Let's see here. Well, either way, Team Switzerland is going to go to the box, so might as well pick your poison. Oh, wait a second. We could tie or switch, or Team Switzerland is going to go to the box. We'll have the decider die decide. Dot, we tie. And it looks like Team France is going to go on the power play. So between Niederreiter, Malgin, Kurashev, and Ken Jager, or Jager, let's see here. Besides a 1 or a 6, we'll take either player 2, 3, 4, or 5 to be sent off to the sin bin. 3, that is going to be Dennis Malgin. So Dennis Malgin will skate off to the penalty box, as Louis Boudon will skate on into Akira Schmid, hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. And he will do so to keep this game at a close 1-0 lead for his team, as he denies France their first power play opportunity of this hockey game, as Team Switzerland will head into the second period over the French 1-0. We begin the second period with a quality check between players 3 and 5. That's Douay, Florian Douay, and Ken Jager, or Jager. The quality that we're looking for is star. It looks like neither Douay or Jager or whatever. Hopefully, if I'm saying that right. They do not have star, and therefore that is going to be all she wrote for this segment, and we will move on to the next segment with a home scoring chance of a 43, and it reads, any home player with a triangle creates a goal. Any home player with a triangle creates a goal. Unfortunately, I don't see any triangles out there, so therefore that is going to be a no action result, and we will move on to the next segment. Another home scoring chance. This time, again, it's going to be a 43. Again, any home player with a triangle creates a goal. Unfortunately, again, there are none. So, unfortunately, there is going to be another no action result, and we will move on to the next segment. Excuse me, a penalty check between players 2 and 5. That's Dylan Fabre and Nico Hischier. And it looks like, Nico Hischier is going to go off to the sin bin, as Dylan Fabre will skate off to Akira Schmid to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. And the French will tie it up on the power play, courtesy of Dylan Fabre, as he will score his team's first goal of the hockey tournament on the power play. We stay put in the segment with a quality check between players 2 and player number 3. That's Enzo Gube and Timo Meyer. The quality that we're looking for is smart. It looks like neither Gube or Meyer have smart, and that is going to be all she wrote. But after the first 40 minutes of this slate of games for February 12th, beginning with Team Switzerland against Team France, the score is all even at 1-1. We begin the third with a home scoring chance of a 64. It reads home defense stop breakaway chance. So a visitor goalie must make a spec save. Oh man, Akira Schmid is going to have to net a 1 and exactly a 1 in order to make the spec save. He can't, and the French are going to take the 2-1 lead over Team Switzerland. Let's see who scored the goal. Just in case. 10. Let's see. That is going to be player with the second best shot rating. So let's see here. We have a tie between Sasha Terrell and Aurelien Dare for the best the best shot rating, and a tie between the second best between Hugo Gallet, Chakovicli, and Bertrand. So, I think we're going to have the red die decide. 1, 2 is going to be Gallet. 3, 4 is going to be Chakovicli. That is an earful. I'm just going to say Florian Chakgiavili and Charles Bernan will be 5'6". Again, Gallet is 1'2". Florian C is 3'4", and Charles Bertrand is going to be 5'6". 5, it'll be Charles Bertrand scoring the goal, scoring the possible go-ahead goal for Team France as they take a 2-1 lead. With that, we stay put in this segment with a quality check between players 4 and 5 that is going to be Chuck Ubilici. Chuck, don't make me say that. 4 and I'm just going to say Florian C. And Kevin Fiala. The quality that we're looking for is smart. Both players have smart, and get that last name of a tongue twister, or excuse me, this tongue twister of a last name out of here for now. Jeez. Try saying that last name 3 times fast. You are going to get your tongue twisted. But again, it is a 2-1 lead for the French, and we move on to the next segment. Another quality check, and again, 4 and 5 are going to be your players in question. That's Kevin Bozon and Christoph Bertsky. If I do butcher any of these names, I do apologize in advance. Thank you very much. The quality that we're looking for is speed. It looks like Christoph Bertsky has speed, so he's going to skate on into Julian Junka to hopefully net a 3 or a 4 with a dot to make the stop. And he will do so to keep the French in the lead as the French are up on top of the Switzerland, as the French are on top of the Swiss, 2-1. Quality check between players 2 and 5 to begin this next segment. That is going to be Hugo Gallet and Tim Burney. The quality that we're looking for is speed. It looks like Tim Burney has speed printed out on his card. So therefore, he's going to skate on into Julian Junka to hopefully tie things up. A 3 or a 4 with a dot will stop it. A 3 will do so, and Tim Burney is tossed aside courtesy of Julian Junka. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Yep. So that way I'm flipping the right players. And we move on to the next segment here. We got a visitor scoring chance of a 62. Any home player with a circle prevents a power play goal. Unfortunately, we have ourselves a tie game, folks. We got a tie game deadlocked at 2. I don't see any circles out there other than Texier's circle star symbol, which doesn't count. So therefore, Team Switzerland has tied the game up late. Let's see who scored the goal. 6, player with the best shot rating. So that is going to be a 3-way tie between Thurkov, Kurashev, and Andrighetto. 4-way tie, and Nino Niederreiter. Besides Marty, I think we're gonna let the red die decide. So besides a 3 or a 6, those 2 rolls will be a reroll. A 1, 2, 4, or 5 will score the goal. 1, that's Calvin Thurkov. So Calvin Thurkov is going to score the game-tying goal for Team Switzerland. And don't go anywhere, folks. This game is not over yet. We got a quality check, and it's going to be a battle between players 5 and 1. That's going to be Texier and Pius Suter. And the quality that we're looking for is smart. Oh, Pius Suter was flipped, and he does have smart. So he's going to skate on in to hopefully give the Swiss the go-ahead goal. A 3 or a 4 with a dot will not do so. It won't do so. This game is going to go to sudden death overtime. So both teams earn a point here for this game. But who's going to get the all-important point next? Up next, here for overtime. Let me just make sure about the rules here. 5 minutes, 3-on-3, and then anybody can shoot if it goes to a shootout. All right. So the game is going to go to sudden death overtime. So both Switzerland and France earned a point. And let's see who will come out, who will come away with the extra point. Let's find out right now. Oh, home scoring chance of a 64. This could be the game, folks. Home defense stop, breakaway chance. Visitor goalie must make spec save. Akira Schmidt is not known for this. He needs to roll a 1 and exactly a 1. Will the French win their hockey opener, their tournament opener for the Millano Cortina Olympics? They will. 3-2 is your final score in overtime. Let's see who scored the goal. 9. Second best shot rating. So the best out there currently is Belmar, Dylan Fabra, and Saka Triel. And the second best is going to go to Aurelien Dare. Oh man, what a tight game. What a tight game this was, folks. Team Switzerland jumped out to a 1-0 lead, allowing the French to come back by scoring 2 goals. One of them, coming out in the later stages of the period to score 2 goals. Then later on in the third, the Swiss managed to come back to tie things up to force overtime to earn a point. So both these teams have earned a point in this one, but the French come away with the extra point here for this opener for the February 12th slate as Team France beats Team Switzerland by the final score of 3-2. And let's get game 2 of this February 12th slate underway, as this is the opening matchup for Team Czechia and Team Canada for the men's Winter Olympic pre-play for the Millano Cortina Men's Winter Olympic Hockey Tournament. And your starting netminders for this matchup is going to be Karel Vejmelka going for Team Czechia, and Jordan Binnington will start for Team Canada. With that being said, let's drop the puck and play some men's Olympic hockey. And right off the bat, we're going to begin with a visitor scoring chance of a 14. Home goalie must make play save. Jordan Binnington needs to net a 1, 2, or 3 to do so. Oh man, right away, the Team Czechia is going to get on the board early. Let's see who scored the goal. 5. Okay, so choice player. So whenever this happens, I'm going to re-roll the red die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be a re-roll. 5. That's Tomáš Hertl. So Tomáš Hertl will score the his first goal of the tournament and the tourney opening goal for Team Czechia. And that is going to keep us in this segment with another visitor scoring chance. My goodness. It's going to be a 25. Home goalie must make spec save. Jordan Binnington needs to net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. This time he does. Nobody flips, and we will move on to the next segment. We got ourselves a quality check. This time it's going to be between players 3 and 2. That's Bo Horvat and Lucas Sedlak. The quality that we're looking for is speed. Neither Horvat or Sedlak has speed. So therefore, it's going to be a no action result for this segment. And we are going to move on to the next one. With a visitor scoring, my goodness, 3 visitor scoring chance within the first 2 and 1. First 2 full segments and 1 half segment. My goodness. But it's going to be a 22. Home goalie must make shot save. Benner needs to net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to do so. And a 3 with a blank won't do it. John Cooper is yelling at his players like, get the step in here as Team Canada is falling behind 2-0. Let's see who scored the goal. 12. Okay, so we're going to re-roll the red die. And again, I'm looking at Team Czechia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be a re-roll. 5. Radko Gudas will be the goal scorer for Team Czechia as they are up 2-0 over Team Canada. My goodness. And let's stay in this segment with another a quality check, I should say, between both players in 5, Braden Point and Jakob Fleck. The quality that we're looking for is smart. Both Braden Point and Fleck have smart. Even though Braden Point is injured for the IRL Olympics, so is Anthony Cirelli. This is going to be a what-if situation for Team Canada had Point and Cirelli both played for Team Canada, both suited up for Team Canada. What did it look like? And so far, Team Czechia is ahead 2-0. Let's see what happens as this game is still rolling on. On to the next segment we go with a scoring chance. This is Team Canada's chance to get back into this one. Visitor defense player in 2, that's Jan Ruda. He stops a Team Canada goal with a quality roll of power or a square. Man, oh man, Team Czechia has every answer going for them right now as Jan Ruda has stopped a Team Canada goal opportunity with power and a square, and that is going to be the end of the first period as Team Czechia is really happy going to the dressing room with a 2-0 lead over Team Canada in their opening match here for the pre-play of the 2026 Millano Cortina Men's Olympic Hockey Tournament. We begin the second period with a penalty check between players 3 and 4. That is Brandon Hagel and Michael Kempney. And it looks like, oh man, Michael Kempney is going to go to the box as Brandon Hagel is going to skate on into Karel Vejmelka as he needs to net a 1, 2, 3, or 4 on the play save to make the stop. He will do so. Karel Vejmelka is really standing on his head here in this one, keeping Team Canada off the board. And all of a sudden, here comes one of the big guns, Sidney Crosby, in that 3-hole. Yep, and Kempney was used for his penalty. There we go. And we are going to move on to the next segment with a visitor scoring chance of a 63. If Benner doesn't stop this, I believe John Cooper may have to make a goaltending change. 63 is going to read any home player with a visitor scoring chance of a 63. Any home player with a circle prevents a power play goal. Good thing Anthony Cirelli has a circle printed out on his card. So therefore, that is going to be resulting in Cirelli stopping Team Czechia's opportunity for a third goal of the game. And that is going to be it for that segment. And we move on with a quality check. This time it's going to be between anybody in the ice for Team Canada against player number 1. That's Pavel Zacha. The quality that we're looking for is smart. It looks like, oh man, pick your poison between anybody on the ice for Team Canada. I think we'll have the red die decide. So anything but a 6 will be a reroll. Reroll. 1. That's Tom Wilson. So Tom Wilson will tie things up for Smart against Pavel Zacha. And good thing I think the system chose wisely as Team Canada is trying to get back into this one as we head off to the next segment with a home scoring chance of a 41, and it reads home player in 5. That's Nathan McKinnon. He creates a goal with a quality roll, a power, or a triangle. Yes, and yes. Team Canada, courtesy of Nathan McKinnon, is going to get on the board. It's going to get on the board here as Team Canada is down a goal, but Team Czechia is up 2-1. We stay put in this segment with a penalty check between both players in 5. It looks like Radek Vaska is going to go to the box as Harley is going to skate off to Karel Vejmelka's net as he needs to make a 1, 2, 3, or 4 to make the stop, which he will do so, and that is going to be all she wrote for the game's first 40 minutes of play here for this one, as Team Czechia is hanging on by a 1-goal margin as they lead it 2-1. We start the third with, oh my goodness, a penalty check. I wonder what was said out on the ice to prevent this. My goodness, Team Canada might be screaming at the ref here, as it will be focusing on Josh Morrissey and anyone out on the ice for Team Czechia. At this rate, I do want to make it fair to Team Canada to make them get ahead to try to tie things up. But I think we're going to have the decider die decide. We tie. And I believe we're going to tie. So it's best to get David Pastrnak off the David Pastrnak off the ice as he has, look at his card. My goodness. 3 or 4 with a dot on both his shot and assist ratings. So get him on. It's good for Team Canada to get him off the ice. And with that being said, that's going to be it for that segment. And we move on to the next one with a visitor scoring chance. This is not what Team Canada envisioned when we started this pre-play. It's going to be a 21. Home goalie must make shot saves. So Jordan Binnington needs to net a 2 or 3 with a dot. Which of course he was given the earful by John Cooper, and he makes the stop to keep the game at 2-1 to hopefully give his country's chance to come back in this one. Quality check between players 4 and 2. That's Devon Toews and Lucas Sedlak. The quality that we're looking for is smart. It looks like both Toews and Sedlak have smart. So that is going to be a no-action result, and we will move on to the next segment. We got ourselves a visitor scoring chance of a 43. And it reads, any visitor player with a triangle creates a goal. Unfortunately, we don't have a player out there for Team Czechia with a triangle, so therefore we are going to go off to the empty net mini chart here for this hockey game. If Team Canada has the extra skater out there out on the ice right now in this 2-1 lead, it's close. 8. Oh man, and the game is over. And there you have it, folks. Team Czechia with probably the upset of the tournament here, as they defeat Team Canada in their opening contest by the final score of 2-1. It's the USA's turn as we get set for this next game between Latvia and the United States of America. Your starting netminders for this game is going to be Elvis Merzlikins against Connor Hellebuck. And let's see if USA have. Hopefully, some of you listeners in the United States will be happy to see this team go at it. Let's see if they can get that all-important 3 points Let's see and find out right now. Let's drop the puck and play some Olympic hockey. And right off the bat, oh my goodness, what is this? Visitor scoring chance of a 66, and it's going to be choice home player scores a goal. My goodness, the USA jumps out early in front. Let's see who scored the goal. 12. Okay, so we're going to re-roll the red die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be a re-roll. 4. My captain of the Red Wings, Dylan Larkin, will set sail for Team U. Or excuse me, we'll get this ship sailed for Team USA for their Olympic hockey tournament. And lives here to start their Olympic hockey tournament with a goal over Latvia. Oh man, another visitor scoring chance, this time of a 64. Visitor defense stop, breakaway chance. Home goalie must make play. Yes, home goalie must make play save. And it looks like home goalie is Connor Hellebuck. So 1, 2, or 3 will do so. It won't, and Team Latvia, just like that, gets on the board to get their tournament started. Let's see who scored the goal. 9, second best shot rating. So it looks like the best out there is a tie between Bluger and Gergensons. The second best is going to be a three-way tie, or excuse me, a two-way tie between Rubens and Zerke. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. If I do butcher any of the Latvian names, I do apologize. Uh, I think I'm going to keep Rubens out there for the square and the circle. I think we're going to give the goal to Martins Zerke. I think that's how you pronounce it. And that is going to be all she wrote for this portion of the segment, and we will move on to the next one. Home scoring chance of a 26. Excuse me. Choice home player rolls for a goal using a shot stars +2. You better believe it. I'm going to give the opportunity to Mr. Goal Scorer for the Buffalo Sabres, Tage Thompson. He needs to roll a 4 or 5 with a dot to do so. And he will do so to put Team USA in front by a score of 2-1 as Tage Thompson scores the goal. And we stay put in this segment with a quality check between players 1 and 5. That's Zach Werenski and Teddy Bluger. The quality we're looking for is star. It looks like both Zach and Bluger have star. And that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to the next segment here with the USA in front 2-1. Visitor scoring chance of a 52, and it reads home player in 2. That's Jake Sanderson. He stops a Latvian goal with a quality roll of power or a square. Excuse me. Again, that is Sanderson stopping a Latvian goal with a quality roll of power or a square. And it looks like Jake Sanderson doesn't have a square, but he does have power, so it's well enough to stop the Latvian goal opportunity to end this segment. And we move on to the next one with another visitor scoring chance. This time it's a 24. Home goalie must make spec save. Connor Hellebuck is known for this. He needs to roll a 1, 2, 3, or 4 to do so, which he will do so. Nobody flips, and we will move on to the next segment. Quality check between anybody on the ice for Team USA and player number 5. That's Oscars Botna. The quality that we're looking for is skill. It looks like Botna's not going to win this one. So pick your poison between anybody out there on the ice with skill. Keller, I really want to leave alone because of the power play circle star symbol. Slavin, I want to leave alone because of the circle, and Hannafin because of the square. So it's between Trocheck and Nelson. I love the high face-off rating on Trocheck. So the odd man out here is going to go to Brock Nelson. So Brock Nelson is going to win the battle for skill over Botna as he will skate on into Elvis Merslinkins, hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so. And that is going to be it for that segment. And after the first 20 minutes of this hockey game, Team USA is in front by a score of 2-1. Go red, white, and blue. Even though I'm trying not to be biased here. Anything can happen in the next 20 minutes. Let's head there right now with USA up on top, with Team USA up on top, 2-1 over Team Latvia. We got ourselves a visitor scoring chance of a 31. Choice visitor player rolls for a goal using shot stars +2. You better believe it. I'm going to give it to Gergensen. I'm going to give her this. Excuse me. I'm going to give the opportunity to Zemgus Gergensens as he needs to roll a 1 through 4 to tie things up, which he will do so. Zemgus Gergensens will tie it up for Team Latvia as Team USA needs to bounce back here and try to answer back with a quality check between players 1 and anybody out on the ice for Team Latvia. Vincent Trocheck will be the player in question. The quality that we're looking for is hit. The only 2 players out there that have hit for Latvia is Freibergs and Rubens. Since Freibergs was flipped, I'm gonna give the opportunity to tie Vincent Trocheck to Christian's Rubens. So that is going to be it for that segment, and we will move on to the next segment with a home scoring chance of a 33. Home player in 1. God almighty, why? Brady Tkachuk. He creates a goal with a quality roll of skill or a triangle. Although he does not have a triangle, he does have skill. Oh man, oh man. Brady Tkachuk gives the Team USA the lead. It's 3-2. And we will move on to the next portion of this segment with a penalty. Too bad that Brady was not out there. But again, it's going to be players 1 and 3. Of course, Zach Werenski and Freibergs. It looks like Ralph Freibergs. Try saying that name 3 times fast. Tongue twister. Will be sent off to the penalty box as Zach Werenski will skate on into his teammate with the Columbus Blue Jackets, Elvis Merslinkins, as he needs to net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. A 3 will do so. Merslinkins gets stopped by his teammate with the Columbus Blue Jackets, and that is going to be all she wrote for that segment. With the Americans up on top, 3-2 over Team Latvia. Quality check between players 1 and 3. That's Vincent Trocheck and Harold Elgi or Egel. Again, if I do butcher any of these names for Latvia, I do apologize. The quality that we're looking for is smart. It looks like Trocheck and Egel have smart. So therefore, that is going to be a no action result, and he will move on. And can this guy go away? Jeez. Even though he's on Team USA, us Red Wings fans, have you seen Ottawa Senators play against us? They are. And again, we move on to the next segment. What am I saying? Home scoring chance of a 50. Visitor scoring chance, I should say, of a 55. Home player in 5. That's Noah Hannafin. He stops a Latvian goal with a quality roll of smart or a square. Yes and yes. Noah Hannafin does have square and he does have smart. Therefore, it's going to be, he will stop the Team Latvian. He's going to stop the Latvian goal opportunity as the second period will come to its end as Team USA is in front by a score of 3-2. We got ourselves a home scoring chance now of a 44. Any home player with a power play circle star symbol creates a power play goal. You better believe it. That's the real reason why I kept Clayton Keller out there, because he has the power play circle star symbol printed out on his card. He gives the USA an Team USA a insurance goal as they make it 4-2 over Team Latvia. Staying put in the segment with a quality check between players 5 and 2. That is going to be Jake Gunsel and Dan's Lokmelis. And again, if I do butcher any of these Latvian names, I do apologize. The quality that we're looking for is power. Good thing Gunsel and Lokmelis just don't have power. So therefore, that is going to be a no action result. And that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to review. And we will move on to the next segment with, oh my goodness, same thing, but this time it's for hit between players 5 and 2. Brock Faber against Renars Krastenbergs. The quality is for hit. Neither player has hit, and therefore that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to the next one with your score: Team USA 4, Team Latvia 2. Home scoring chance of a 35. Home player in 3. That's JT Miller. Oh, excuse me. He creates a goal with a quality roll of star or a triangle. Unfortunately, JT Miller does not have star and he does not have a triangle, so therefore, that's going to be a no action result. And we will move on to the next segment with. Oh, and triple ones. I think this is going to do it. Injury to a home player. Let's find out who's going to be injured. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is the goalie. Player number 5. Oh man, Jack Eichel. So here's what we're going to do. Jack Eichel will sit out the next game because Team USA has enough players to, um, they do have enough players to sub in and out. So Jack Eichel will come back in for Team USA's game versus Germany. With that being said, that is going to be the ball game. Jack Eichel is injured, and therefore the segment ends, and that is going to be it. The final score: Team USA gets their first victory of this Millano Cortina men's hockey tournament, winning it over Team Latvia by the final score of 4-2. This is the final opener game for both these teams for the Millano Cortina 2026 men's hockey tournament, as Germany and Denmark will do battle for those all important 3 points in the standings, and to see what they're going to take with them in this round robin play. After after the conclusion of this game, we will post the official standings after the game summary for this game, so that way you guys can see going into the next and going into the next slate of games where everybody stands. With that being said, your starting netminders for this game between Germany and Denmark will be Philip Grubauer for Germany and Mads Sugard for Denmark. With that being said, let's drop the puck and play some Olympic style hockey. And we're going to begin with a quality check between players 5 and 1. That's Nikolai Ehlers and uh, Fabio Wagner. And Fabio Wagner, uh, the quality that we're looking for is skill. It looks like Nikolai Ehlers is going to win the battle for skill, as he will move in on Phil Grubauer to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and Nikolai Ehlers puts Denmark on the board with with the game's first goal and his first goal of the tournament for Denmark. Oh, Wagner. To flip here. We stay put in this segment with a visitor scoring chance of a 61. Any home player with a square stops a German goal. Yes, Marcus Lauritsen will stop the uh, Germany goal from the Germany goal scoring opportunity, as he has a square printed out on his card. And that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on with Denmark in front, 1-0. Home scoring chance of a 26, and it reads: choice home player rolls for a goal using shot stars +2. Oh boy, oh boy. Looking at the odds here, Ronberg and Jensen could have a shot at it. For Ronberg, he needs to net a 3 or a 4 with a dot. Jensen needs to net a 1, 2, or 3. So I think I'm going to give it to Jonas Ronberg. I'm going to give the opportunity to him. So he needs to roll a 3 or a 4 with a dot to make the score the goal for Denmark. Oh man, and he won't. And Philip Grubauer sticks the glove out in front of him and catches that thing midair. And that is going to be it for that segment. And we move on to the next one with a penalty check between players 4 and 1. That's Jensen and Parker Tuomi. It looks like, oh man, Nicholas Jensen is going to skate off to the sin bin, as Parker Tuomi is going to skate in on Mad Sugard to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and Germany is on the board, courtesy of Parker Tuomi on the power play. So Parker Tuomi gets the Germans on the board with his first goal of the tournament, and we move on to the next portion of this segment with a quality check between both players in 3. Moritz Seider and Anders Koch will be your players in question. The quality that we're looking for is skill. Smo Seider has skill, so therefore he's going to skate on into Matt Sogard to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. Oh yeah, baby, Mo Seider. How about a little cider and donuts, baby? As he gets Germany's second goal of the game and his first goal of the tournament. And we stay put in this segment with a German lead of 2-1. Visitor scoring chance. Oh, we got a tie game. Choice home player scores the goal. So it's a 2-2 tie. Let's see who scored the goal for Denmark. 6, player with the best shot rating. So it looks like it's going to be between Alexander True and Nick Olsen. Let's see here. Dot, it will be True. And it will be Nick Olsen. So Nick Olsen will score the game tying goal for Denmark. And we stay put in this segment with another penalty check. This time it's going to be between players 5 and 1. That's Philip Brugeiser. Hopefully I'm saying that right. If I do butcher any of these names, I do apologize. And the other player in question for this penalty check is going to be Frederick Tiffels. It looks like Tiffels is going to go to the box with a penalty rating of 1. So Brugeiser will skate off to Grubauer's net to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. Grubauer makes the save to keep this game tied up after the first 15 minutes of play. Visitor scoring chance of a 41. Visitor player in 4, that is JJ Paterka. He creates a German goal with a quality roll of star or a visitor player in 4. So yeah, JJ Paterka. He creates a goal with a quality roll of star or a triangle. Although he does not have a star, he does have a triangle. So Germany, courtesy of JJ Paterka, will get the third goal and their third goal of the tournament and the fifth goal overall in the game. And with that being said, we move on to the next portion of this segment with another visitor scoring chance, this time of a 26. Choice visitor player rolls for a goal using assist stars +2. You better believe it, I'm giving in that opportunity to Tim Stutzla. So Tim Stutzla needs to net a 4 or a 5 with a dot to score the goal. A 6 won't do it. Tim Stutzla is denied by Mads Sogard as this period comes to an end with the Germans up in front 3-2 after the game's first 20 minutes of play. A visitor scoring chance will kick us off for the second period with a 15. Home goalie must make play save. Mads Sogard needs to net a 1, 2, or 3 to stop it. It won't. It's 4-2 now. It's 4-2 Germans. Let's see who scored the goal. 8. That is player with the best shot rating, and it looks like it's a tie between Sturm and Cable. I think I'm going to give it to Lucas Cable because I really do like Nico Sturm's chances for the critical face-off. Plus, he has a square, so it's fair is fair. So with that being said, we stay put in this segment with a penalty check, I should say, between players 2 and 4. That's Oliver Lordson, and Jonas Muller. It looks like Oliver Lordson's going to go to the box as Jonas Muller's going to skate off to Mads Sugard's net as he needs to net a 3 or 4 with a dot to make the stop. He won't, and it's 5-2 now, Germans. And courtesy of Jonas Muller on the power play. We stay put in this segment with a quality check. This time it'll be anybody out on the ice for Denmark against player number 4. That's Mark Michaelis for Team Germany. The quality that we're looking for is star. Well, either way, no one's going to win this one. So we're going to go right across from him with Jesper Jensen for Team Denmark, as he and Mark Michaelis do not have star. So therefore, it's going to be a no action result in this portion of this segment. And so we move on to the next full one with a home scoring chance of a 13, and it reads: visitor goalie must make play save. Philip Grubauer needs to net a 1, 2, or 3 to do so. He won't. Denmark is crawling a little bit closer. It's 5-3 Germans. Let's see who scored the goal for Denmark. 3, third best shot rating. So the best out there right now is Jonas Ronberg. The second best is going to be Joachim Blickfeld. So it looks like it's a two-way tie. Sorry. Ehlers and Blickfeld. So it looks like Alexander True is going to score the third goal of the game for Denmark, and probably his first or second goal. The stats will tell, but Denmark is creeping a little bit closer. It is 5-3 Germany. Quality check between players 4 and 2. That's the aforementioned Lars Eller against Nico Sturm. The quality that we're looking for is skill. It looks like both players do not have skill, and that is going to be all she wrote for this one. And we will move on to the next one with a home scoring chance of a 13. Again, that is visitor goalie must make play save. So Mads Sugard needs to net a 1, 2, or 3 to do so. He won't. It's 6-3 Germany. Let's see who scored the goal. 9. That is going to be second best shot rating. So the best out there is JJ Paterka. The second best is going to be a three-way tie between Tim Stakuak, Tobias Reeder, and Dominic Cahoon. We'll let the red die decide. 1-2 will be Stakuak. Reeder will be 3-4. Cahoon will be 5-6. Again, Tim Stakuak is going to be 1-2. Reeder is 3-4. Or excuse me, Ryder is 3-4. And Cahoon is going to be 5-6. 4, that's going to be Tobias Reeder, Ryder. And again, if I do butcher any of these names, I do apologize. Some of these German names, I do apologize. And all of a sudden, it's a 6-3 ball game here for this opening game for both these teams for the Millano Cortina 2026 Men's Olympic Hockey Tournament. Another home scoring chance is a 34. Home player in 2, that's Jonas Rodberg. He creates a goal with a quality roll of hit or a triangle. Although he doesn't have hit, neither a triangle. So therefore, that's going to be a no action result, and he will move on to the next segment with a quality check between players 3 and anybody on the ice for Team Germany. Nicholas B. Jensen will be the player in question for Denmark, but who is he going to go up against? Is the quality that we're looking for is smart. The only 3, excuse me, the only 3 guys out there with smart is Wagner, JJ Paterka, and Cahoon. I think let's have the red die decide. Fabio Wagner is 1-2. JJ Paterka is 3-4. Dominic Cahoon is 5-6. Again, Fabio Wagner is 1-2. JJ Paterka is 3-4. And Dominic Cahoon is going to be 5-6. 3, that's JJ Paterka. So JJ Paterka will tie Nicholas B. Jensen for smart, and that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to the next one. Oh, we got ourselves a penalty check to begin the third period with between players 1 and 4. That's Christian Wise and 1 and 4 and Jonas Muller. Oh man, Christian Wise is going to go to the box as he has a penalty rating of 1. So Jonas Muller has a chance to score again for Germany against Matt Sogard's place save rating of 1, 2, or 3 to do so. Jonas Muller does it again. It's 7-3 Germany. And it will be considered to be a power play goal. For those of you keeping score at home, we stay put in this first segment of the third period with a visitor scoring chance, excuse me, of a 55. Home player in 5, that's Joachim Bleichfeld. He is going to stop a German goal with a quality roll of hit or a square. Unfortunately, Blichfield does not have a square, neither does he have hit. Therefore, it is now 8-3. The Germans are running away with this, with the game here, with this game here in hand, as they are looking to gain in those all-important 3 points in this hockey tournament with a score of 8-3. Let's see who scored the goal. 6. That's going to be player with the best shot rating. So the best out there right now is a 3-way tie between Reichel, Michaelis, and Cahoon. Ooh. Michaelis, I love the face-off rating, so I'll keep him out there. Reichel and Cahoon are going to be the odd players out here. Let's see here. Dot, it'll be Reichel. And it will be Lucas Reichel. So Lucas Reichel will score the 8th goal of the game for Germany. And that is going to be all she wrote for this portion of the segment. We move on to the next portion with another visitor scoring chance of 35. Visitor player in 2, that's Tim Stakowak. He creates a goal with a quality roll of smart or a triangle. Tim Stakowak does not have a triangle, neither does he have smart. So therefore, that's going to be a no action result. And we will move on to the next segment. We got a quality check. This time it'll be between players 3 and 5. That's Marcus Lauritsen and Dominic Cahoon. The quality that we're looking for is skill. Dominic Cahoon has skill printed out on his card. So therefore, he's going to move in on Matt Sugard. Hopefully, net a 1, 2, or 3 to score the goal. Or excuse me, to make the stop, I should say. And he does. So that is, yep, Cahoon. And Lordson flip, and time is running out for Denmark to mount a comeback here. Quality check between players 1 and 2. That's Russell and Tim Stutzla. The quality that we're looking for is smart. Both players have smart, and this is now crunch time, folks, as Denmark is trying to hopefully score to stay in this one for those all-important 3 points. We got ourselves a penalty check between players 5 and 4. That's Bjorkstrand and Michaelis. It looks like both players have the same penalty rating, and that is all she wrote for the opening games for all teams playing in this men's Olympic hockey tournament. Germany will gain those all-important 3 points heading into their next game as they win it over Denmark by the final score of 8-3.